Good morning, students. My name is Iliana Elizondo. I am the Director for Interpreting Services at DHR Health. I am myself a trilingual interpreter, English, Spanish, and American Sign Language. Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Iliana Elizondo. Soy la Directora de Servicios de Interpretación aquí en DHR Health. The big question we get is, why do we have to speak Spanish? Well, most of us in this region, we are bilingual. We come from, we're very close to the border to Mexico. We have a lot of people from Mexico come in and, they speak Spanish. And as well, most of our family members, grandparents, great-grandparents know the language. I've also heard where the Spanish is kind of fading, where younger generations just kind of stop speaking the Spanish and they have issues communicating with the grandparents. And let's keep that going. Let's keep our roots going, our language. I always give an example as, let's say you're in Japan, you are in Russia, one of your bucket list trips that you want to make, and for whatever reason you get sick or you have an accident and you end up in the hospital. Everybody's talking this language that you have no clue what they're saying. Everybody wants to poke you. They want to remove your clothes. And how are you going to communicate? They don't know if you have allergies. They don't know anything. And you can't communicate because you don't understand their language and you don't speak their language. How would you feel if someone passes by and speaks your language, speaks English, and they're like, well, they're in Russia, they should learn. How would you feel? Not nice, right? So that's what happens to our community that speaks Spanish. We've heard it, we've seen it. We're like, well, you're in America, you need to learn English. No, guys, let's be nice. It doesn't cost you anything to be helpful. And trust me, that person will remember you for the rest of their life. So, like I said, most of us know Spanish, some of them don't. As a career, as a professional, as an interpreter, you have millions of doors opened. You don't count as one person, but you count as two. Me, myself, I count as three because I can communicate in English, I can communicate in Spanish, and I can most definitely communicate in American Sign Language, which is with my hands. My mom makes fun of me because she's like, oh my gosh, she loves to talk. She even talks with her hands. It sounds funny, but it's cool at the same time. So let's keep going. In English, we have you. We direct to anyone as you, not in Spanish. In Spanish, it's a big difference. You call you, it's tú, or it could be usted. Tú, it's very informal. It's like you're talking to your friends, you're talking to your cousins. Once you talk to someone that it's older than you or someone that you don't know, and even though it might be younger than you, you still refer to them as usted. Usted, it's a form of respect. So as if you can see this slide, the use of the formal usted is a sign of respect in the Spanish culture. You should always make it a priority to address everyone, whether they're older or younger than you, respectfully. In the questions and statements you will find in the booklet, we have used the formal usted instead of the familiar tú. So let's go through some vocabulary. Hello, which is hola. Good morning, buenos días. Good afternoon, buenas tardes. Good night, buenas noches. How are you? ¿Cómo está usted? May I help you? ¿Le puedo ayudar? Goodbye, adiós. Very common courtesy, cortesía común. Please, por favor. Thank you, gracias. You're welcome, de nada. O muchas de las veces se puede usar por nada. It means the same thing. It's just depending on the region or you are in Mexico that you were here, de nada o por nada. The time, la hora. Día, day. noon, mediodía, afternoon, tarde o después de mediodía, evening, atardecer o tarde, night, noche, midnight, medianoche, today, ahora, hoy, tomorrow, mañana, yesterday, ayer, what time is it? En español sería, ¿qué hora es? At what time is your appointment? ¿A qué hora es su cita? Your appointment is tomorrow. Su cita es mañana. Common questions. How are you? ¿Cómo está? ¿O cómo está usted? What is your name? ¿Cuál es su nombre? ¿Cómo se llama? What is your birthday? ¿Cuál es su fecha de nacimiento? What is your age? ¿Cuál es su edad? What is your phone number? ¿Cuál es su número de teléfono? Where do you work? ¿Dónde trabaja? Common questions. In case of an emergency, whom do we contact? En caso de emergencia, ¿a quién debemos contactar? Have you any questions? Or do you have any questions? ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta? Do you need an interpreter? ¿Necesita un intérprete? Do you need a wheelchair? ¿Necesita una silla de ruedas? Can you move? ¿Puede moverse? Common statements. Declaraciones comunes. My name is. Mi nombre es. I am. Yo soy. Please sit. Siéntese, por favor. Please have a seat. Por favor, tome asiento. Please register. Por favor, regístrese. This way, please. Por aquí, por favor. The medical names. Nombres médicos. Nurse. La enfermera o el enfermero. Doctor. El médico o la médica. El doctor o la doctora. Doctors. Los médicos o los doctores. Physician assistant. Médico de asistente o asistente médico. Certified nurse assistant, CNA, asistente ayudante de enfermería. Medical assistant, ayudante médico. Now this is the basic parts of the body. As if you noticed in our previous slides, you can see the difference in the Spanish that it's very formal. And it's always a he or a she. It's not general. So Spanish comes out to be very, very detailed and very, very expressive compared to the English language. So, okay, head, cabeza, hip, cadera, knees, rodillas, legs, piernas, mouth, boca, neck, cuello, nose, nariz, shoulder, hombros, thighs, muslo, wrist, muñeca, hand, mano. Huesos principales del cuerpo, el cráneo, cranium, clavicle, clavícula, escápula, escápula o omóplato, sternum, esternón, ribs, costillas, humerus, húmero, radius, radio, vertebrae, vértebras, ulna, cúbito, pelvis, la pelvis. It's the same, okay? So the Spanish and English, especially in the medical terminology, is very, very similar. I hope you enjoyed the Spanish. So now we're gonna jump to the American Sign Language. I hope some of you have had an encounter with a deaf person, deaf schoolmate, I don't know, something, it's fun. I know a lot of people get nervous because like, okay, how am I going to communicate? It's very easy. Either you can, on your phones, we all have a phone by now, you can message them and show them your message or write back and forth. So let's go to the American Sign Language. Effective communication is made more difficult when attempting to communicate with a person who is hearing impaired. Hearing impaired can't hear you when you speak. Now, I get this a lot. So it's like, oh, so you know how to read with your fingers. And I'm like, no, I talk with my hands. Reading with your fingers, it'll be Braille. That's for someone that is blind, okay? When you come across a deaf person, your body language says a lot, your facial expressions as well. And trust me, a deaf person can pick up on any little clue on your body, on your face, if you're in a bad mood, if you're answering upset, they will get that. That's just something they all know. Me as an interpreter, as a sign language interpreter, I pick up on those clues real quick. I have a lot of facial expressions. I move my hands a lot when I talk, even English or Spanish, but it's just something in me that I am already moving my hands a lot. So if you come across them, most of them know how to read your lips, so make sure you can talk just very clearly so they can read your lips and understand more or less what you're saying. Don't mumble, don't give them your back, because if you're saying something they won't know, not one, they can't hear you, two, they can't see your lips, they won't be able to understand what you're trying to communicate to them. Okay, so now let's go with the alphabet. Hoping most of you have at one point in your school have come across it. So let's start with the alphabet. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. P, it's the K, but looking downwards. Okay, P, Q, it's the same as G, but downwards. Q, R, S. Now remember S and A, they get them confused a lot. So S, your thumb goes in the front. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So I love to sign pizza because it's a Z but with two fingers, and you do pizza with a Z, okay? And we all love pizza. So now, remember when I told you the facial expressions, your body expressions say a lot. So angry, how do we sign angry? Angry. So I can be, I'm so angry, because it doesn't match. So I have to match what I'm signing. I'm angry. Happy. So imagine if I'm so happy. It doesn't match. So you have to make it match everything you sign. Happy, yeah, I'm happy. Sad. Sad. I'm scared. I'm safe. So it's two S. You start with your hands open on the back, and then you're going to close them and make two S. Safe. Now, if you are into sports, one of the sports that has a lot of sign language, it's baseball. When baseball started, they had a player that he was deaf. So between him and the coach, had to come up with a lot of signs, and those signs are still in the baseball games. Safe, and you see them, you'll be like safe, so which means you're safe. Sorry, it's with a closed hand, and you go in circles. Sorry. Hi. Good morning. Morning, why morning? Because it's the sun. The sun, it's coming up. Morning. Afternoon, because the sun is going down. This is noon. Why? Because the sun is right up on top of us during noon. So it's afternoon and then night. Why night? The sun is already going down, or it's down. What is your name? Okay, so there's different ways of signing. American Sign Language is ASL. Now we also have English Sign Language, which means I would sign word by word. So this would be, what is your name? That's the English sign. Sign language would be like, what's your name? That's it, just what name? And they'll finger spell it, Iliana. Me, as being in part of the deaf community, they assign you a sign name. My sign name is Iliana. I love motorcycles, so once we're in the deaf community and they're looking for me, they'll just be like, where? Where is she? And everybody has a sign name. Now, you can't make your own name. It has to be a deaf person to assign you your name. And usually it's going to be something that it identifies you, that makes you very unique. For me, it's the motorcycles. I love motorcycles. Recently, they've been wanting to change it to I because of my hair strike, but it's like, no. I like my motorcycles. It's very unique. So let's keep going. Come and sit, please. So it'll be come, sit, please. Or we can do it the other way. Please come and sit. Glad to meet you. So it would be nice to meet you. This is me, this is you. So we're meeting, okay? So it's nice to meet you. If the person is on any other side, you refer to them, okay? It is nice to see you. Nice to see you. So I'm signing very, very American Sign Language. I'm not doing the English. So it makes a big difference. Sign language we don't use the is, the little words. We use just the main things. So nice to see you. Now don't do this because this means blind. So nice to blind. Yeah, no. So it's nice to see you. Sorry, I'm late. I know as students, we're always running late, right guys? From class to class. So it would be, sorry, ooh, I'm late. Look at the face, late. Or it can also mean not yet. My face moves. My face makes a difference. Late, not yet. Okay, so do you have your homework? Not yet, okay? How are you? So it's the two hands and you're gonna twist one. How are you? So it's how you, really, like how are you? Fine. So fine, it's out and in. If you go upwards, that's fancy. Where are you from? Where from? I forgot your name. So it's like, ooh, name, forgot. Please repeat, which means again, repeat it, you know, so please repeat. Thank you. Okay, so thank you, it's from your chin out. Thank you. You're welcome. Welcome. From your chin inwards to your chest. Welcome. Okay, doctor. Let's do a little bit of medical terminology. Doctor, it's the D. Why here? Why in our wrist? Because this is where they take our pulse. Okay, so it's doctor with a D. N for nurse in the same area. Surgeon, so this is surgery. And then this is person, so it'll be surgery person, which means a surgeon. Specialist, so this is a specialist. They're taking a certain specific specialty, specialist. So special persons, specialist. Chiropractor, chiropractor. Why? He's kind of like popping your bones, so chiropractor. Do you need a nurse? Need nurse? You can do the question mark or just your face like need. The doctor is here. Ooh, doctor is here. So we go in little circles, motions. Doctor here. A surgeon is a specialist. So the surgeon, it's a specialist. You need to see a chiropractor. Do you need to see a chiropractor? I'm sorry. Football. Let's go into sports. Football. Football. Why football? Well, you know how a football has the white strings here? That's what you're doing. Football. Baseball. You're grabbing a bat, you're hitting. Swimming. Swimming. So as a lot of the sports, a lot of the things, it's body language. It's gestures. Walking. Could be walking or could be walking. Either or. Jogging. You're jogging or you're running. Tennis. Tennis. You're playing tennis. Wrestling. Same as kind of like the football, but you're moving your hands up and down. Wrestling. Boxing, you make the signs as you're boxing. He can box and wrestle. He can box and wrestle. Soccer. Soccer. Why? Because of the goalie. Soccer. Basketball. You're throwing a basketball. So if you play soccer, you can't play basketball. As you noticed, I did it very, very English. Golf. So the same, you're going to swing. Golf. Mark, you would fingerspell. Mark, it's good. Golfer. Frequently used signs. So boy, this is boy. In sign language, in American Sign Language, because it's not universal, guys, each language has their own signs. So this is American Sign Language. For America, anything up here, it's gonna be a male. Anything down here, it's a female, okay? So boy, little boy. It would be man, grandfather, father, cousin, uncle, brother. Now let's move to the females. Girl. This is girl. Mother, grandmother, sister, aunt, cousin, which means cousin female, cousin male, okay? Who? Who? What? So it could be what or it could be what, depending. You can use both. This is more as an expression like what? Like what are you telling me? Or like what's your name? Where? Where? When? When? Why? Why are you falling asleep? Why? How? You have both hands and you do one. How? How? Which? Which? This one or this one? Which? More. More. Interpreter. Interpreter. Hello. Okay, so, and then it's goodbye or goodbye. We all use the I love you hand. Do you all know why the I love you? Okay, I'll explain it. It's the I for I, the L for love, and the Y for you. I love you. Okay, guys, so this completes my presentation. So now I'm going to show you how I would sign a song. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. And keep up. And I know we're going through something a little different, but I hope you enjoy it. Have fun, stay safe, and enjoy the song.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch that's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See, I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it fine. Into tears, you have my heart inside. Played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one on you and I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair. Making home down there is mine, sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Into tears, you have my heart inside. You played it to the beat.
Thank you, guys.